up this back to school with Adidas at Sport Check.
It starts with a spark and becomes a beacon, lighting the way. When the games are gone, the games go on. Turn up. Take part. Orange Store. Fuel the spirit.
Be seen, be heard, be remembered. Canadian AV, proud supporter of the 2025 Canada Summer Games.
Recycling sounds good on its own, but when it's done right, it's even more rewarding. And with Green Depot's express service, there's no waiting. Just drop and go. Who wouldn't love the sound of that? Visit greendepotnl.ca to learn more.
I'ma leave it all on the line. Better believe I'll get mine. Now or never, it's my time. It's my time. It's my time. I'ma leave it all on the line. Better believe I'll get mine. Now or never, it's my time. It's my time. It's my time. I'ma leave it all on the line. Better believe I'll get mine. Now or never, it's my time. It's my time. It's my time.
We are back for more men's softball at the 2025 Canada Games. It's Team Saskatchewan and Team Ontario as we get into the afternoon here in the final day of preliminary round play. We will know who are playing for the medals by the time we get to the end of the night. And both of these teams very much in that conversation. Ontario in red and black, Saskatchewan in white with the green accents. As the first pitch comes in, Jack Hrinchik is the batter for Team Saskatchewan as we get underway. My name is Matt Little, joined by Seth Hyde here on English language commentary for this matchup. Highly anticipated game, Seth, between two heavy hitters.
Absolutely. Saskatchewan have been rolling ever since their loss to Team Nova Scotia, winning games by scores of 8-5, 12-0, and 12-1. Nova Scotia woke up the beast, and they haven't stopped ever since. They've mercied their last two games, and they're looking to shock the system here with a win over Ontario.
Hrinchik taking a couple of cuts, not able to find the ball. Count 1-2. First batter of the game. Steps in, delivers, got him up high. First batter of the game goes down to the strikeout. As we look at the standings right now, Quebec on top 6-0. They're currently on the other field against New Brunswick. Saskatchewan is 5-2. Ontario is 4-1. Ontario playing 3 games today. This is their first of 3. They're going to essentially play back-to-back at the end of the day. So a bit of work to do for Team Ontario. This is the final game for Team Saskatchewan. Team Nova Scotia is 4-3, currently holding down the 4th spot. 3-4, Team Newfoundland and Labrador just behind. 2-4, Team New Brunswick. 2-5, Alberta. 2-4, BC, and 1-6, Team Manitoba. Right now, rounding out the 9 teams in this field of men's softball at the 2025 Canada Games.
And again, that can still change around a bit here. We're starting to see the top 5 solidify just a bit. Still some room for Alberta and New Brunswick and even BC to squeeze up there. So this has been a dandy softball tournament so far, and it's safe to say all these teams are pretty well matched.
Everybody's fate in their own hands at this point. All those teams that have a couple of wins still in the mix. If things go just right, they can still get there. Might need a little help along the way. We'll see what happens by the end of the day. A couple of foul balls, 2 strikes to Whiteman, and he gets caught as well. Second strikeout. So 2 batters up, 2 batters down, both via strikeout for Team Ontario. Brett Slusser, the shortstop, up next, number 7 for Team Saskatchewan.
Well, Matt, just 2 more days of the Canada Summer Games after today. This 2 weeks has completely flown by here. This is our 4th sport that we've been to. Then we're back to soccer. So really our 4th and final one here to complete the tour.
Everybody having fun. The Saskatchewan fans in the background, they're doing the wave. There's about 3 meters worth of Saskatchewan fans on one bleacher, but they're doing the Mexican wave anyway.
Have a bit of fun here on the final day of preliminary softball.
Again, Team Saskatchewan 5-2 right now, with a chance to finish off 6-2 if they can defeat Team Ontario here. It's been fun for Team Saskatchewan. And they have been, as you pointed out, Seth, crushing their competition so far today. First pitch, a ball to Slusser. Second one a little bit in the dirt as well. Catcher will clean that off before throwing it back to the mound. It's Will Myers, the flex player, in as the catcher for Team Ontario. And that's a walk for Slusser, as Saskatchewan gets their first man on base.
Now batting the designated player,
There's Poitras, number 61 for Team Saskatchewan. In there for a strike on the first pitch. Joe Wheeler, number 33, pitching for Team Ontario. It'll be Gage Epp, who will be the pitcher for Team Saskatchewan, as that's a strike as well. 0-2 count to Poitras. Top of the first inning between Saskatchewan and Ontario here at the Canada Games. Poitras will get a piece of that one. It'll drop, and it's a fair ball. Coming around to score. The throw not in time. Stand-up double as Slusser comes home, and Saskatchewan scores first.
Well, what a way to stay alive here in the first inning. It was an 0-2 pitch with 2 outs. They were down to their last strike. And Poitras absolutely nails that out into the outfield to get the stand-up double and the RBI to give Saskatchewan the 1-0 lead.
Yep, kept that one fair. That was a beauty. As Team Saskatchewan scores here in the first. Rain Ray, the catcher for Team Saskatchewan, next up. Still 2 out, man on second, as Ray takes a swing and misses. So really nothing will surprise us going on in this game. If it ends 2-1, if it ends 11-10, I'm not necessarily surprised, as these teams have been so good throughout this competition. Still chasing Quebec, however, on top of the standings. Another big cut, and that's all. So Saskatchewan scores 1 in the opening half of the first inning. Saskatchewan 1, Ontario no score, as Ontario comes to the plate for the first time.
The 2025 Canada Games would like to thank all funding partners for their ongoing support of the Games. The Government of Canada, the Government of Newfoundland and Labrador, the City of St. John's, and the Canada Games Council.
Les Jeux du Canada de 2025 tiennent à remercier tous leurs partenaires de financement pour leur appui continu envers les Jeux. Le gouvernement du Canada, le gouvernement de Terre-Neuve et Labrador, la ville de St. John's et le Conseil des Jeux du Canada.
So 1-0 Saskatchewan after the top of the first inning over Team Ontario. Here in preliminary round action in men's softball at the Canada Games. Ontario will come to the plate for the first time. My name is Matt Little. And Mike Brancho with me right now from Softball Canada. Good to have you alongside, sir.
Well, thanks very much for having me, Matt. It's great to be here. Great event, obviously, going on right now, and we're excited that it's winding down with the last day and playoffs starting tomorrow.
Yeah, this has been exciting. We've seen, I think, just a little bit of everything, from some big blowouts to games that have gone into extra innings. It's been, you never know what to expect every time you line up a couple of these teams here. It's been a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, it has been. Our boys program across the country is, is kind of at an even keel sense. It's not growing in great numbers the way the women's program is. So it's great to have 9 provinces represented here and seeing, even some of the teams that don't participate in our Canadian Championships able to put a team together here. So definitely excited to have 9 provinces.
Gage Epp, the starting pitcher for Team Saskatchewan. He spent plenty of time on the mound already throughout this event. And Alex McGilvery, the shortstop, leading things off for Team Ontario.
Yeah, Alex is one of our players on our U23 men's national team that's going to be heading to Argentina September 9th. So we're excited to have Alex. He's the youngest player on the team. So, he's done great things here. And look at that leadoff single for Ontario.
Straight through the gap. Beautiful hit by McGilvery. So that's a fantastic start for Team Ontario. First man on base as they look to answer here. Saskatchewan getting 1 in the top half of the inning. Caleb Stonefish up next for Team Ontario. And Epp winds up and delivers. Showing bunt. Nothing that time around. Will be strike number 1.
Yep, trying to move the runner, obviously get that run back pretty quick. Ontario can open things up pretty quickly though, so I'm a little bit surprised on the bunt call early in the first inning, but I know Coach Brian Brooks wants to get that tie run pretty quick. So,
well, does the job, advances the runner. Sack bunt from Stonefish. You see a lot more of the bunting going on in softball than you do in baseball, don't you?
Yeah, situational for sure. Also now the international game is a lot of getting that ball in play, especially from the left-hand side. You see a lot of slap bunts, and guys that are running and moving and hitting and getting to first base and creating some havoc for the defense. So getting the ball in play is really important here.
Yeah, it's just not that power game. I mean, we've seen some home runs throughout this, and we're going to see some more. Saw a grand slam last night, it was pretty amazing. But certainly it is more ball in play and just those moments of chaos.
Yep, and I mean, being
ball gets loose. That's third base for McGilvery. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. McGillivray on the move.
Obviously, we're getting a game going. So, yeah, it's difficult here as things progress, especially with losing a full day. You know, some of these kids are in their 8th game already or coming up. There you go, base hit, tie game right off the bat. So, yeah, you get some tired pitchers, some tired bodies, and, you know, sometimes the hitters gain an advantage as the pitchers start to slow down and hang that extra ball across the plate. So I'm anticipating some high-scoring games here moving forward for sure.
Yeah, we have had, on some teams more than others, some pitchers have been leaned on a little bit more for their provinces and others, and I can only imagine those arms starting to get a little bit tired.
There's a rocket.
Oh, is that a fair ball? That is.
In and out of the glove. Hit hard.
Yeah, action really does come fast and furious here. Yeah. Team Ontario's tied it up. 2 men on and only 1 away. That's going to bring the coach out to talk to Epp for Team Saskatchewan. So, you know, we've been talking about things a little bit. I mean, to look at this, if you're not a person who's huge into the sport, you know, it looks like watching the Blue Jays. But a little bit different in softball versus baseball, and I don't just mean the larger ball. You know, tell me about some of the things that you might not pick up on immediately, the differences with softball.
Yeah, well, I mean, pitching's huge, as everybody knows. So, you know, you're throwing from 46 feet. At the higher ends, like, you know, with the men's, I just got back from the World Games in China, and there's some guys clocking in there at 87 to 90 miles an hour, right? So, you know, it's still, whoever says it's soft, it's not soft. It's still hard, especially if you get hit. But, you know, that's the big thing. Pitching is so huge in this game. 46 feet, the ball still moves as fast. Bases are closer at 60, 7 innings. But I tell you one thing, it's exciting, especially at the higher levels. Like, you know, these guys here, the U20 level, they're in that range of just starting to develop and throwing the ball hard. There's a base hit up the middle to put Ontario ahead. Looks like we got a pitching change coming too.
Yeah, we just might. Ontario up. Still, the base is loaded as well. Yeah, Ontario moving the ball real well here.
2-1. But yeah, those are the big differences. But I mean, also, you know, we got that DP flex and re-entry here, which is a little bit of rule differences to keep the game moving and add some, you know, some both good and bad to the game in the sense you get a guy that all he does is play defense, and then all of a sudden you can move him into hit, and you know, you got some capability of moving that flex player from, you know, from just offense only to defense. And so there's a lot of neat things in softball that we've looked at over the years and made the game better, I think. So, yeah, we're excited here. And like I said earlier, with these teams such as BC here and Manitoba, who haven't participated in our boys Canadians over the last several years, they're here. So we're hoping that, you know, that'll add to their development, and we'll start seeing some of these teams at the younger ages.
Oh, it's looking good. I know for myself, getting around to a lot of different sports here at the Canada Games, I've been exposed to some new things that I only had a little bit of knowledge on previously. I was down at rugby sevens for 3 games, or three full days, every single game of rugby sevens. I don't know if I'm a 15-a-side rugby guy, but I love sevens. It's shorter, it's action-packed. Same kind of thing as softball here. You found a way to crank up baseball a little bit, and I'm all for it.
Yeah, it's a game that's been around for a long time, right? And basically, you know, once you see the game, you fall in love with it. That's what I think, anyways. I did whenever I was a kid. That's what I was playing both. And but my heart grew a lot fonder for the softball side of things and baseball, and quite honestly, it provided me with a lot of opportunities to you know, to play the game across the world, and now I'm working in it, so it's been great to me, the sport itself. So yeah, and you know, women's softball has that, you know, I guess the opportunity is so great for the women. College scholarships, there's a women's pro league, the Olympics, You know, with the men, there's also great opportunities obviously with the Canada Games here, and then as they get older, there's the national teams, and then there's also, like I said earlier, we were at the World Games last week, so that's the first time men's softball's ever been in the World Games. So obviously the sport can take you as far as you want. You work hard at it, and you meet a lot of great people across, and there's a lot of shared players, shared coaches where, hey, listen, like, you know, what are you doing? We can get you here, we can do this. A lot of these kids over the next several years may have an opportunity to go to New Zealand to play in the off season. You know, Australia. And if you look at the circuit ball, the club team ball, where some of these guys are playing now, they're playing against Argentina, Japan players. They're all sending players to North America to come and play the circuit. So they're going to reciprocate that offer to a lot of these kids, and you know, they're just starting. 18, 19, 20, they're just starting their careers in this game, and they could have a great career. And like I said, the opportunities are there. As long as you just got to stick with it.
That is absolutely amazing. Here you're talking about going to China and Argentina and around to New Zealand, just getting all over the place for softball. It's wonderful to see. Always great to see these sports expanding and kind of taking everybody in, and gives you those opportunities to do things that you would never otherwise do.
100% agree. It's a great sport, that's for sure. And you know, these kids are going to look at things down the road in 10 years and remember this trip. You know, sleeping in bunk beds and in the university dorms. And
oh, great play at the plate.
Wow.
Fantastic for Team Saskatchewan, cutting that one down. Rain Ray has been excellent, the catcher for Team Saskatchewan, right through this. My colleague Seth Hyde says he's been making it rain with the bat, and some great defense as well.
Yeah, so 2 years ago, Rain was part of our U18 men's team that played in the World Championships in Mexico. So he was a catcher with that team as well. So he knows a lot of these Ontario kids who are also part of that team. And yes, he's a great catcher. His dad was a catcher. His dad's part of the coaching staff with Saskatchewan. So yeah, great ball family, that's for sure.
I heard about that one. They came away with a bronze medal at that tournament, didn't they?
Yes, they did. Yep. They had a bronze medal, a great win against the USA, and walked home with the bronze. So, yeah, we're excited for our young guys coming up. Our men's team just had their final event. As mentioned, they had 2 events this year, World Cup and the World Games. And we have about 6, 7 retirees coming up. So there's a lot of open spaces now for our men's team.
Nice. All right, let's take a break. We'll be back. Second inning on the way from the Canada Games.
À la fin de la première manche, la marque est équipe Ontario 1, équipe Saskatchewan.
It starts with a spark and becomes a beacon, lighting the way. When the games are gone, the games go on. Turn up. Take part. Orange Store. Fuel the spirit.
We get high on what we don't know. We get higher the lower that we go. Just when you think you're done, there will always be another marvelous mystery beneath the sea.
Calling St. John's unique is like calling a humpback a goldfish. It's wildly different here.
Recycling sounds good on its own, but when it's done right, it's even more rewarding. And with Green Depot's express service, there's no waiting. Just drop and go. Who wouldn't love the sound of that? Visit greendepotnl.ca to learn more.
We're back ready for the second inning here. Men's softball at the Canada Games. Team Ontario and Team Saskatchewan. Ontario in the red and black, Saskatchewan white and green, and we're all tied up at 1 apiece. That is incredible. Ontario held to just 1 run with all the hits they had back in that first inning.
Yeah, pitching change at the end got them out of a jam there, and tied after 1. We got, I'm just looking around the Ontario team. There's several guys that were either part of or will be part of our U18 and U23 teams.
I'm Matt Little, Mike Branchot from Softball Canada with me. I appreciate the insights into the game, into the players. We've been watching these guys as Roberts goes down to the strikeout. We've been watching these guys for the last couple of days put on a show for us. It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, we got definitely some exciting ball we've had the last few days, and these kids, they're the ironic part for some of them is they're going to leave on Monday morning, and some of them are going to play Monday late afternoon in Kitchener, Ontario at the U23 Canadian Championships. So
it's a busy summer.
Oh, it's been a whirlwind of a summer for sure.
Well, I hope everything goes well there. Hope the weather cooperates with you in Kingston.
Kitchener, yeah.
Kitchener, sorry.
Yeah. No, it's all good. Kitchener, yeah, they're a great host. They're looking forward to. They got three. They got the U23, the men's, and the Masters going on next week. So.
There's a big kind of complex in that area. I know talking to people from different Canada sporting bodies about, how their programs have run. Like we have a big training program here or there. How does it work for softball when you're identifying these players for those national teams and working with them to build up for Team Canada?
Yeah, so usually it's a 4-year cycle in the sense that there's a qualifier. So we have to qualify in the Americas. So, South America, Central America. So the ground ball here, and nice play by Gavin Brooks. So that's year 1. Year 2 is usually off. Year 3 is a staged event. So that means there's usually 3 stages, and the top 2 from each stage advance to the final the following year.
Okay.
So we're in the process usually on that first year. We'll have identification camps that are open to all the kids. Anybody that wants to register, they come. We have probably 5 or 6 across the country trying to identify the kids, and then they're watched at events like the Canada Games here, Canadian Championships. So, and then we'll usually have either another final selection camp to pick the team that goes. So, men's team is a little bit different. We have an athlete pool of usually 35 to 40 athletes that are named every January 1st.
Right.
And then depending on what's happening throughout the year, we'll have several either ID camps or exhibition games, and then some type of an event. So we just finished year 4 with the World Cup and the World Games, so we're back to the square one, as we call it. So we're going to have a new athlete pool, and we're going to have actually a new coaching staff moving forward. Our head coach has been with us since 2012. He was head coach in 2014 moving forward. So he's hung it up. So we're excited with the new changes coming up, and also a new athlete pool and potentially a lot of new players. So
here's somebody we've had our eyes on, Owen Nash for Team Saskatchewan. We'll take a strike there. I find with softball, again, another difference that I see is when I go through these rosters, this really feels like more of a homegrown, hometown kind of sport. When you go through where everybody's from in some other sports, you see Team Manitoba, and they're all from Winnipeg, and softball seems to get out more.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially, Ontario is probably the biggest province in a sense with the most registered. Oh, nice throw.
Got him.
Yep.
Beautiful toss by Ontario.
Yep. A little limp there on the runner too. He was just limping back, and hope he's okay. But yeah, it's there is definitely pockets of softball across Canada for the male side anyways, where, you know, like you tend to have a lot of it in smaller areas, and the guys will go, like I know Toronto, for instance, there's nothing in Greater Toronto area, but if you just get a little bit west, there's a tournament almost every weekend for the men's game. So, you know, and then Saskatoon has one of the world-class facilities, and they have a great league there, but there's also a little bit, you know, Prince Albert and Warman just a little down the road. Warman just hosted a Canadian championship for us. So, yeah, you're right. It's you know, it's pockets for sure.
It's nice to see everybody, you know, getting involved, because sometimes it really is well, if you're not in the big population center, you know, there's no real chance. How do you get noticed? Guys here in Newfoundland in so many sports, you know, our hockey players, our best guys leave the island because they have to go to Ontario to go to prep school, whereas something's a little bit different here. Most of the boys on Team Newfoundland I did see play hockey here, as well as they play softball here.
Yep.
Many guys from just, again, outside of St. John's, and they put together a real solid team here, and they've been fun to watch.
They have been fun to watch, and obviously the crowds have been great for their games. I was here a couple of years ago, 2022, whenever Newfoundland hosted our men's Canadian championships and masters, and it was the same thing. You know, that feature game at 7, 8 o'clock at night, you couldn't stand. Like, they were 6, 7 rows deep, and the only difference was down the third baseline is where the beer tent was for the men's. So that was packed too, because you could, you know, watch the game and have a few beverages. So it's a lovely situation here where they do sit and watch and cheer, and you know, it's a great support.
Newfoundlanders, we love our sports, and we love any time we get to be in the national spotlight. You know?
Absolutely.
It doesn't happen all the time, so we always get very, very excited when something like this comes to town. And it has been so fun to be a part of the Canada Games.
Yeah, and the transition of this Caribou softball complex, just from, you know, even from the men's Canadians to where it is now, it's just been a tremendous facelift, and they've done a lot of wonder. Another hit for Walker.
Another one finding the gap. Mike Walker, the DP for Ontario in this game. Slamming that one through. Second look at that one on the replay as it gets through the gap. Into the outfield. Ontario looking to add more here in the bottom of the second. Oh, another bunt. Yeah, makes a good play. Just takes the, takes the out at first.
Yep.
Didn't have time to get the runner at second. So Ontario advances the runner into scoring position, one away here in the bottom of 2. And back around to the top of the order with McGilvery.
Yeah, Ontario's going to put the ball in play a lot here. They're, you know, they don't tend to strike out a lot, and they got great hitters throughout their entire lineup. So that's one of the advantages for them.
Now, well, Team Ontario's been good. I've been able to see Nova Scotia, Quebec play here, who've obviously been, you know, rolling along at the top of the standings. Saskatchewan has been just crushing balls all day long today. They've been a lot of fun. So everything has really been great. Again, I'm a softball convert at this point.
Well, that's great to hear. But yeah, there's.
I'm still lousy at it, but I like it.
You know, there's still some big games coming up too. From what looking at the standings, I believe Newfoundland can still qualify in that top 4 spot, depending on Nova Scotia and how things go.
Yeah, I think they might need a little help, but they're in there with a chance.
Yep.
Nice job over to first to get the out. So Ontario gets the runner around to third, 2 outs up on the board. Yeah, we will see how things all shakes out. Now, this is done, the top 4 teams go into a page playoff to determine the medals. That's something, you know, typically done in events like these with softball? Because I'm only used to that with curling and to a lesser extent the Canadian Premier League and soccer.
Yep, I think, yes, on with the Canada Games, that's the format here. 1 will play 2, 3 will play 4. Loser of 1, 2 will play the winner of 3, 4, and so on, right?
Yep.
Canadian Championships are a little bit different, but I mean, these kids have already played so many games after the round robin, and like I said earlier about taking away that rain day, like 2 out of the 3 days they're playing 3 games. So they're getting rather tired, and you can see that. And so, yeah, the format tomorrow and Sunday will be, you know, that top 4. But then the rest get to play in a placement round, so they aren't just, you know, done on Friday.
And Saskatchewan holds it. The strikeout for Portois. And it is still 1-1 through 2 innings here at the Canada Games. Mike, thanks so much for joining me. Really appreciate it.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. It's great that you guys are here doing what you're doing as well. We appreciate anything that, you know, the game gets exposed to. So thanks very much.
We'll be back. More Canada Games action on the way next between Ontario and Saskatchewan.
What is it about a place that stays with you long after you leave? Truth is, it's never what at all.
Precision, vision, and strategy. The skills that make a great golfer are the same ones that make a great law firm. McInnes Cooper, an official sponsor of the 2025 Canada Games. Meet us on the course. Come celebrate our sponsorship on August 22nd.
We are back. Canada Games 2025 in St. John's. It's men's softball, and it's a hit. No, taken away by the center fielder for Ontario. Great match going on here between Ontario and Saskatchewan. I am having trouble believing, as Seth Hyde rejoins the broadcast, that this game is still 1-1.
Yeah, I mean, taking in the game as a fan there for a little bit, this has been a wonderful game of softball so far. Both teams' defense, a bit like the NL and Alberta game we saw earlier, just shutting down.
One to second, and Ontario will get the throw in there. 2 away very quickly here in the top of the 3rd.
Well, interesting strategy there. You see the catcher of Team Ontario running behind just in case of wild throw. Will Myers. You know, I like that. We've seen a lot of wild throws so far in this tournament, Matt. So having that extra body there just to keep it safe is a good plan for Ontario.
I'm always taught you got to back up your teammates here, whether you're playing baseball or softball. Once again, I was never very good at it, but I understand the theory. Pitch in there for a strike. Whitman back into the plate for Team Saskatchewan. Fouled off. So 2 strikes against Whiteman here in the top of the 3rd. We've seen some good defense out of Saskatchewan. Ontario putting a lot of balls into play. Players all the way around to third base. Not a lot home. Little chopper back to the pitcher. Over to first. And that's the inning as Ontario records the out. Van de Winkle at first base makes the catch. And that is it for Team Saskatchewan here in the top of the 3rd. Still 1-1. Ontario coming up now in the bottom of 3.
The 2025 Canada Games are brought to you in part by the following sponsors. Government of Canada, Government of Newfoundland.
Game flying by pretty quickly between two very good teams here in men's softball. Up toward the top of the standings.
Celebrate NL, MMSB, Orange Store, Avalon Mall, Computer for Schools, Equinox Gold, Forward with Design.
I'm just trying to update the standings right now to see, did that Quebec-New Brunswick game finish yet?
When I went over to check out that one, Quebec had just hit a 3-run shot in that matchup.
Quebec trying to improve to 7-0. Quebec's final game will be against Team British Columbia at 4:30. So if Quebec can hold on to their current game against New Brunswick and then defeat BC, they would actually go perfect and be the #1 seed going into that Page playoff.
So a 6-2 lead for Quebec right now over New Brunswick on the other field.
So Quebec taking care of business as they look to maintain that perfect record. These two, the teams right behind them. Saskatchewan comes in second, Ontario comes in third. But this is Saskatchewan's 8th and final game. Ontario's, this is only their 6th game. They still have 2 more this afternoon / this evening. So these poor Ontario boys are going to be tired by the end of the night.
Yeah, they're going to sleep like babies at the Village this evening.
And the first baseman, Van de Winkel, at the bat for Team Ontario. Gets a hold of that one, going to pull it foul into the mostly but not completely empty seats over there.
Well, Ontario, of course, the defending champions of softball at the Canada Summer Games, winning last year against Nova Scotia in the final of the men's division, getting bronze in the female division. And they also won in 2017, defeating Saskatchewan in the final and getting bronze in the female division.
So these two teams no strangers to one another. That's a ball. As Kian Portois continues to pitch for Team Saskatchewan. Down low for another ball. Epp started the game, but didn't make it through that first inning for Team Saskatchewan. Portois has come in well. That's another foul ball as Van de Winkel cranks it out again for Team Ontario. Shout out once again to our young volunteers grabbing up those foul balls. Still looking for the first out here in the bottom of the third. 2-2 count against Van de Winkel. Time just confirming exactly what the count should be. It's actually a full count. Pulled down the line and it gets through first. All the way into right field, and Van de Winkel in for a single. That was a big at-bat. And now Weiler, as we get the pitcher versus pitcher matchup. Number 33 stepping into the batter's box.
Well, we just got a note passed into us saying to give a shout out to Van de Winkel's parents who are watching in Ontario. So a special shout out to you guys. Your son is on base.
And he's still on base. Nice job to get back. Line drive right into the glove. And Van de Winkel had to turn around fast to get back onto base.
Yeah, great awareness from him. That was a close call.
So one away here in the bottom of the third. Pitch inside. Ball one against Sam Diamond, the second baseman for Team Ontario. Man on first. Two balls, no strikes. With Diamond in the box. Poitras sends that one in for a strike. Count now 2-1. Fouled off by Diamond. 2-2. As Diamond hangs in there. Umpire going to swap out, get some new balls. Those balls have certainly taken some abuse here over a couple of days of softball competition. Not quite as bad as in hardball. I haven't noticed anybody trying to scratch up the ball to see if they can get it to curve a little better or anything. Got him. Strikeout for Poitras. And Diamond goes down. 2 out here in the bottom of the third inning as Jared Vosper, the center fielder, steps in for Ontario. Foster will connect to that one, pulled it foul.
Matt Vanderwinkle just been chilling on first base ever since the first at-bat of this bottom of the third inning. Hey, you know, it's got to be so good for Softball Canada and the Canada Games to see that this tournament has been so well matched. I mean, like we've said, you know, all of that could change except for the first place and the last place spot. All the other teams are just kind of jumbled in there. So it must kind of warm their heart to see such a well-matched tournament.
Absolutely it does. And Mike was talking about, you know, teams that haven't been involved in the national championship program for a couple of years, like have teams together here at the Canada Games. So you can see things kind of being built back up and a little bit of momentum coming forward for softball, which is nice. You know, we talked about the differences in the sport between softball and baseball, what you might see watching the Blue Jays game versus the differences going on here. And game's a little bit shorter, game's a little bit faster. Kind of the same principle as when you and I, Seth, back at the week number 1 of the games, were at Rugby 7s. Now, we don't have Rugby 15s, the full thing going on in the Canada Games, but we had 7s, faster, more action-packed, exciting version of the game. Softball, it's a different game than baseball, but kind of the same principle. Got a hold of that one, popped up to center. Got it. Makes the catch. Zach Cook in center field. And that's 3 innings up, 3 innings down. It's a 1-1 game, Saskatchewan and Ontario. 4th inning next here from the Canada Summer Games in St. John's, Newfoundland and Labrador.
Newfoundland and Labrador Liquor Corporation, Sage, Vimeo, Vision.
Legends aren't born. They're built. Icons don't become icons overnight. What you hear about is the achievement. What you see is the result. But greatness is built on wellness. So here's to heroes unsung, efforts unseen, and distant dreams humbly attained.
Hello.
Hi, remember me? We bought your old house.
Yes.
We brought some mail.
Oh.
Hey.
The diaper subscription. I forgot to cancel it.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet the memories are coming back now. The BMO app helps you keep an eye on where your money's going.
Like how?
Well, for one, it would have told you the subscription price had gone up multiple times.
It's a lot of diapers.
Well, extra's good. So where's the baby?
Oh, he's right here. This is the baby.
And that ain't no baby.
BMO. Saskatchewan 1, équipe Ontario 1.
Fans staying warm, or at least trying to, here on a chilly day in St. John's at the Canada Games. It's Ontario and Saskatchewan as the first pitch is driven out foul. Top of the fourth inning, Saskatchewan up to bat. Matt Little and Seth Hyde on the call here for men's softball. And it's Sluicer, the shortstop for Team Saskatchewan. In there for a strike. So a quick 0-2 count against Sluicer. You're in the top of the fourth. Got him looking. 3 pitches and Sluicer is retired.
5 strikeouts so far this game for Joe Wheeler. Record is 13.
Kian Poitras, who took over as the pitcher for Team Saskatchewan, will now bat. Takes a big swing and misses that one. 0-1. Another big cut. Just misses that one, 0-2. See New Brunswick milling about underneath the broadcast position, so their game against Quebec is over. Poitras driving another one out of play, foul.
So Quebec picking up the win on the other side against New Brunswick and maintaining a perfect record. We have their game up next against BC at 4:30 local time.
So 7-0 Team Quebec with 1 game left against Team British Columbia.
Wow.
What a tournament for Quebec. And that was the first game that you and I saw when we got here, Seth, was Quebec against Nova Scotia. Quebec winning that game 1-0. So, I mean, they can be held in check. Just haven't been stopped yet. Another strikeout. Poitras goes down. Rain Ray, another one of those players that have played with Team Canada in the past.
He hit a home run this morning against Team BC, and we've given him the nickname the Bringer of Rain.
He's certainly able to make it rain home run balls when he chooses to really get one. Just a matter of getting the right pitch. Nobody on here in the top of the fourth, 2 out. Ray with a swing and a miss. Got another one. Wheeler has been very comfortable on the mound so far for Team Ontario. Two strikes here on Ray as he attempts to get out of the top of the fourth. Clean. And Ray will stay alive by fouling that one off. All the way back to the Technoplex, the indoor soccer training facility, just over to the left side of this ball diamond. Ray will get a piece of that. Chopper to third, over to first, and that does it for Team Saskatchewan here in the fourth inning. Middle fourth, we remain 1-1, Saskatchewan and Ontario here in men's softball.
Gavin Brooks, Mike Walker,
Don't miss a moment of the action. Get your tickets to the biggest event in town. A variety of ticket options are available with prices starting at just $15. Visit our website at 2025canadagames.ca. Stop by the official box office at the Avalon Mall or the box office.
So getting set to go now, bottom of the fourth inning, Ontario coming up to bat. And Kian Poitras staying in as the pitcher for Team Saskatchewan. He's been very good since coming in.
Well, let's take a quick look at the medal table here, Matt. Quebec in first place with 126 medals, 47 gold, 42 silver, 37 bronze. Ontario with 117, 40 gold, 39 silver, 38 bronze. Back in 1977 here in St. John's, they had 48 gold, 37 silver, 23 bronze, for a total of 108. Nova Scotia with 52 total, BC with 80, Alberta with 52 as well, Manitoba with 19, Saskatchewan with 14. Back in 77, they had 11. 2 golds, 3 silvers, 6 bronze back then. 4 golds, 3 silvers, 7 bronze in today's games. New Brunswick with 2 golds, 3 silvers, 3 bronzes for 8 total. And NL picking up 2 silver medals today to bring their total up from 4 to 6. Back in 77, they had 4 medals, a gold and 3 bronze.
Gavin Brooks, third baseman for Team Ontario, leading things off here in the bottom of the fourth. One pitched inside. Brooks had to shimmy back out of the way. Poitras puts it right over the plate. That's hit by Brooks. Bobbled, picked up the stretch, and they got him. Good recovery, Team Saskatchewan. Just that little bit of a bobble looked like it might have been enough time for Ontario to beat out that throw, but Saskatchewan recovers really, really well, and they get that first out here in the bottom of 4. Take a second look at it as Slusser picks that ball up on the second go, and just in there in time. Walker, the designated player for Team Ontario, will look at a strike on the first pitch. Up high, Walker checks his swing this time around. Count 1-1. Ooh, up high. It's a good job by the catcher to come up and get that one after Walker had to duck out of the way. 2-1 count. Walker will get a piece of that one and deliver it out and foul. 2-2. Watraws with the pitch. Walker, good connection. Fielder's got it. And retired. A good connection from Walker, doesn't quite have the legs. And he'll head back to the dugout as we get a second look at that one. Walker didn't quite have the full follow through on that swing that he might have needed to drill that one all the way out. A ball to Trent Agnello. 2 outs, nobody on here in the bottom of the fourth. 1-1 between Ontario and Saskatchewan. All the scoring, but little we've had. Coming in the first inning, Ontario's got a man on base here as that one dropped into the field. And Agnello is on as we come back up to the top of the order, and McGilvery. McGilvery 1 for 2 in the ball game. Takes that one up high for a ball. And Agnello not afraid to get moving a little bit off that first base. Two balls, no strikes to McGilvery. Chopper, that'll go to second. And that's all for inning number 4. 4 down, 3 to go. A 1-1 ball game between Saskatchewan and Ontario here at the 2025 Canada Games. Stay with us. More action on the way here from St. John's, Newfoundland and Labrador.
One of the things to me about the Canada Games is it's truly integrated. We have athletes with an intellectual disability, with a physical disability.
Puis juste être inclus. Je pense que souvent, on est mis un petit peu de côté quand on est un peu plus jeune, puis qu'on est différent, puis qu'on a un handicap. Puis là, être à ces Jeux-là, c'était comme toute une grosse équipe.
It's important to have representation and to acknowledge their different perspectives of life.
When the opportunity is there, show up. The older you is gonna say thank you.
If you believe in yourself, you can make anything happen.
That's the Canada Games.
Hello.
Hi, remember me? We bought your old house.
Yes.
We brought some mail.
Oh.
Hey.
The diaper subscription. I forgot to cancel it.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet the memories are coming back now. The BMO app helps you keep an eye on where your money's going.
Like how?
Well, for one, it would have told you this subscription price had gone up multiple times.
It's a lot of diapers.
Well, extra's good. So where's the baby?
Oh, he's right here. This is the baby.
And that ain't no baby.
BMO.
Top of the 5th inning here at the Canada Games. Ontario, Saskatchewan. Both of these teams battling for position. This may well be the difference between which one of these teams ends up in second and which one ends up in third. I'm not saying it will, but it certainly could be the difference between those two spots. That's where they currently occupy coming into this one. Quebec a perfect 7-0 on top. Saskatchewan 5-2. Ontario 4-1 coming into this game, as Saskatchewan is finishing off their schedule, and Ontario playing their first of 3 games today. Yes, it's 3:30 in the afternoon, and Ontario's playing their first of 3 games today. It'll be a very busy afternoon and evening for the guys in red and black.
I mean, it's only 2 o'clock in Ontario right now.
Oh, there you go.
You know. But yeah, 3:30 here local time, and you're right, a late time to start your first game of the day when you have 3. Like you said earlier, they're just going to be playing back-to-back-to-back games, a triple header for them.
Now, earlier this week, Seth and I were over at King George V, just down the street here at the soccer stadium. We're playing some women's soccer, and the women's soccer teams played in the rain. Softball, not so much. So their schedule ended up getting compressed here at men's softball. As we get underway here, Saskatchewan back in the batter's box, number 12, Sage Roberts, taking a strike on that first pitch. Down low, ball one. Third pitch to Roberts. He'll take a swing and miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Oh, up high. Roberts went after it, and that's a strikeout.
Roberts a mordu à l'hameçon.
So 1 man down here in the top of the 5th.
Weiler with 7 strikeouts in this matchup. He's over halfway there to break the record. He'd make Bon Jovi proud.
Number 19, Jordan Durham, coming in for Team Saskatchewan. Durham got just a piece of that one to foul it off. Going after pitch number 1. Joe Weiler still on the mound for Team Ontario as another ball hit foul by Durham. Durham ready. 3 pitches, 3 foul balls. And Durham unable to get it into play as of yet.
Un des lanceurs de confiance pour l'entraîneur de la Saskatchewan.
Got him.
Strikeout number 8, Matt, for Weiler now. The record is held by Shannon Nepanak at the 1993 games in Kamloops for Team Manitoba. The record 13 strikeouts. He's just 5 away.
Number 13, Zach Cook for Team Saskatchewan. 2 out, nobody on, as Cook takes a ball. Runs and even runners coming in short supply in this game. Ooh. That was close. Cook chased that ball that drifted up higher than he thought it was going to and gave him a bit of a shave. Up high again. 2 balls, 1 strike against Cook. Here's the pitch. Cook takes a swing, missed. That's 2-2 with 2 out here in the top of the 5th. Owen Nash waiting in the on-deck circle for Team Saskatchewan. And Cook caught looking. That will end the top of the 5th inning, and Nash will have to wait to lead off number 6.
Matt, 9 strikeouts for Weiler in this game. He's getting closer and closer as the game goes on.
Now Weiler absolutely getting it done on the mound for Team Ontario. Still, the score remains 1-1. Both teams getting their run back in the first inning.
And it looks like it's somebody's birthday down there on our screen here. Someone's celebrating a birthday. Well, happy birthday to the mystery man in the Longhorns jersey. If anybody knows who that is, let us know.
Hanging out with the Team Ontario fans, so.
Doesn't look a day over 20.
That looks like a vacation birthday being spent here in Newfoundland and Labrador. Hope it's a good one for you. Poitras still on the mound for Team Saskatchewan as we enter the bottom of the 5th inning. Number 93, Connor Hopper, checking in for Team Ontario. Get his first at-bat of the day. So let's see what Hopper's got as we start off the bottom of inning number 5. Team's looking for something to cheer about. It's been quiet. Called strike number 1. Poitras delivers. Little touch as that one is knocked foul. Oh, 0-2 against Hopper. That one up high, that's a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Popped up, gonna stay in play. Can someone find it? Yes. Second baseman will pull that one down. Pop fly, and 1 away here in the bottom of the 5th. Van de Winkle, the first baseman, up to bat now for Team Ontario. Last trip up, Van de Winkle was able to get himself onto first base and then just kind of hung out there for a while. Get a piece of that one, but hit it foul.
Van de Winkle travaille comme chef à un restaurant italien, Polycom.
Well, Matt Vanderwinkle is a chef at an Italian restaurant back home in Ontario. So he must be quite the cook, Matt. I mean, if he wants to come up and make us a pizza, I mean, we wouldn't complain about it.
I think he's going to be a little bit too busy today.
With back-to-back games, triple header.
Up the gut. That one's going to be cut off as he goes for second, and in there easy. Throwing up the O. Van de Winkle with a double. So one away and one man on here for Ontario. And here's the pitcher, Weiler, coming to the plate for Team Ontario. Timeout here as the coach is going to go out to see his pitcher. Saskatchewan on their second arm of the day. See what they want to do here. Poitras has been good. Poitras going to stay on the mound for Team Saskatchewan. Van der Winkle on second. Weiler at the dish. Poitras sends it in. Weiler gets a piece of that, scooped up at short, over to first, back to third. Got him!
Oh, wow. Are they going to have a chat about this?
Oh, I was sure he was done at third base. What a job to get in there. Let's have another look. Scooped up over to first base for one out. And the slide beats out the throw in there on third. Van der Winkle on third, 2 away. Chopped up, it'll get by short. Van de Winkle will score, and Ontario back on top. It's 2-1, or rather on top for the first time today.
So Sam Diamond, a little bit of a fun fact about the man who just got the go-ahead RBI. His parents own a company called D2 Products, which is ornamental statues. He's also a black belt in karate, and he said that his front lawn is just littered with statues. Well, maybe they'll make a statue of him after that huge RBI for Team Ontario to give them the lead. And I'd say with his parents knowing how to do that, I'd say he does have a statue of himself already made.
It could well be. Big RBI as Team Ontario able to cash in and take the lead again for the first time in the ball game. As Saskatchewan scored first in the top of the first inning, Ontario tied it at 1. And then we've had 3.5 innings of no score before Ontario gets this one. Some good hard base running, and then the nice RBI single. Another chop up, it'll get by both infielders. In for a single. And now runners at first and second. Still 2 outs. As the catcher once again out to talk to Poitras. Very quick one. You got this, bring it home. Saskatchewan just needs 1 out to get out of this 5th inning. A tough 2 men on. Sean Demarest coming in to the game for Team Ontario, number 43.
For Ontario, number 43, Sean Demarest.
Au bâton pour équipe Ontario, le numéro 43, Sean Demarest.
Umpire adjusts his lineup card, and we'll be ready to go with Demarest coming up to the plate. 2 on, 2 outs. Here in the bottom of the 5th. Poitras gets a strike.
Brooks me disait que le match contre Québec était un match scrap, comme on dit en anglais. Il a été qualifié 3-3 en 5e. C'est vrai que finalement, il a gagné le match.
That one's way out foul.
En prolongation, très confiant de son équipe.
Finally coming back down to earth.
Il fallait un match comme ça pour nous remettre sur la bonne piste.
Demarest absolutely launching that ball just straight up instead of straight out toward 250 feet. Another piece of advice from the catcher for Poitras. Down in the dirt, runner's going to advance. So from first and second, now runners on second and third for Team Ontario. Threatening to bust this game open. Count 1 and 2. 2 outs. And got him swinging. The ball hits the dirt, tossed over to first base. That'll do it. Saskatchewan allows 1, but no more. And it's Ontario 2, Saskatchewan 1, as we go into the 6th inning here at the 2025 Canada Games.
It starts with a spark and becomes a guiding light. Teamwork, friendship, getting social. When the games are gone, the games go on. Orange Store. Fuel the spirit.
A strong performer uses power wisely. The Toyota BZ4X is the official electric vehicle of the 2025 Canada Games. See our full electrified lineup at shoptoyota.ca.
Atlantic Lottery is proud to sponsor important community initiatives like this year's Canada Games.
For millions of Canadians, too much screen time is a big issue. But for millions of others, zero screen time is an even bigger one. We are committed to growing digital inclusion.
Cette victoire qui sort sur leur troisième victoire d'affilée. S'ils tirent derrière 2-1, mais c'est encore le match à n'importe qui.
So Saskatchewan looking to get this one back, tie up the ball game. Owen Nash is going to lead us off, number 14.
Well, as we gear up for the top of the 6th inning, let's take a trip back to 1977 for the first ever edition of the Canada Games, hosted here in St. John's, Newfoundland and Labrador. Those games had 6,000 volunteers, 1,709 athletes to participate in 18 sports. The president of the 77 games was Andrew Crosby. The vice president was James Fagan. They were both co-owners of Crosby Services, which is a sponsor of the 2025 Canada Games. The general manager of the 77 games was Grant Chalker, who actually lived right next door to Gonzaga High School on 31 Smithville Crescent, which is where I go to school to now. The opening ceremonies were held on the field next to the Ack Arena, known as Canada Games Park, on Sunday, August 7th at 3 p.m. local time. The song for those games was called Look Out, Look Out, and the flag bearer for the host team, Newfoundland and Labrador, was Lewis Drake, who played baseball. Flag bearer for Team Saskatchewan was Randy Cleveland of track and field, and the flag bearer for Team Ontario, Frank Iantona of baseball. The invocation of the 77 games was done by Archbishop P.J. Skinner.
Starting off inning number 6 with a strike delivered to Nash. Got him again. Just painting that outside corner. So 0-2 count to Nash starting off the 6th. That one's down low, ball 1. Still Weiler on the mound for Team Ontario. And got him. That's another strikeout, Seth.
He's at 10 now. So he just got 3 more to go in order to tie the record. Joe Weiler is having himself a day.
Back around to the top of the order for Saskatchewan. Rychuk. Rychuk takes a big swing and misses. Strike number 1. Number 2. Couple of big swings. Can't find the ball. 0-2 count. Pitcher throwing nothing but heat here in the 6th inning. And got him on 3 straight.
11 strikeouts for Weiler.
And Saskatchewan going after it, but Weiler is absolutely bringing it.
This pitcher definitely doesn't have a rubber arm, that's for sure.
Whiteman, the third baseman, will be the 3rd batter of the inning for Team Saskatchewan. Already 2 away, both by a strikeout. And that one will bloop in and drop. Fair ball. Down the line, he'll move and in there for a double. Stand-up double for Hunter Whiteman. And Saskatchewan's got something going here. Brett Slusser will be the next batter for Team Saskatchewan. Still 2 away, but a man on second. And this is just a 1-run ball game. So 1 swing of the bat here could tie things or even put Saskatchewan in the lead. Slusser goes after that one, doesn't get it. 0-1. The windup. And the pitch. Outside ball. Whiteman had made it about halfway to third base before realizing the catcher had eyes on him, and back he went. Another big cut. Nobody home. 1 ball, 2 strikes against Brett Slusser. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 out. Top of 6. Saskatchewan with a man on second. Got him.
Wow. 12. So 1 more to tie the record.
Yeah, Weiler is absolutely on fire right now for Team Ontario. He does allow the double, but otherwise, 3 batters faced, and all of them down via strikeout. That is a pretty amazing 6th inning.
Yeah, unbelievable stuff from Weiler. That's the most strikeouts we've seen this week in softball.
I think we've seen maybe 10 before this, but
11.
11. And now up on to 12. Saskatchewan just not getting a lot of opportunities here in this ball game. The 7th inning still to come for Team Saskatchewan. So they'll have another 3 outs at the bat. They'd like to still only be down 1 run. Ontario would love to pad the lead right now here in the bottom of the 6th.
There's the birthday boy up there again. Team Ontario up 2-1 for his birthday.
Team Saskatchewan digging the drop kick Murphys. Saskatchewan warm up, good to go. And stepping in, be the DP. Number 51, Mike Walker for Team Ontario to lead us off here in the bottom of the 6th. See if Ontario can stretch this lead and give themselves some cushion going into the 7th inning. Down low from Poitras. Ball. That one up high, off the top of the catcher's mitt, off the backstop. No panic this time around because nobody's on base. So 2 balls, no strikes to Mike Walker. Poitras. With that one inside for a ball.
Walker is 1 for 2 so far in this game. Looking to get a big base hit right now. As it stands, this could be Toronto's last time up to bat. Or Toronto, my goodness, Ontario's last time up to bat.
That one's a strike.
Thinking about those Blue Jays. That's what I was thinking about when I said Toronto. And how about them right now?
Outside and wide. That'll be a walk to start off the bottom of the 6th. Walker will take his base.
Walker gets the walk. And a great start to the bottom of the 6th inning for Ontario. Their defense has been energized so far this game. Let's see if they can get their bats going now.
Agnello. Got that one in there for a strike to start things off against number 55. That one will get through into right field. The runners will hold up. So it's a single, and Walker advances to second. 2 on, nobody out. Here in the bottom of the 6th. Saskatchewan in a bit of a jam, and here comes everybody to the mound. Have to think we're probably seeing a pitching change here. And yes, we are. Poitras has done very, very well since coming into this game early on. It'll be number 19, Jordan Durham, to take over the mound for Team Saskatchewan. We've seen Durham do plenty of pitching already for Team Saskatchewan. And he will try to see this thing out. So even get Saskatchewan out of this jam and have them only down 1 going into the 7th inning. Not going to be easy. No outs and 2 men on. Durham will get a couple of warm-up throws. And this is the last game for Team Saskatchewan. Currently 5-2. Ontario currently 4-1, right behind them in the standings. Nova Scotia back on 4-3. Newfoundland and Labrador 3-4. New Brunswick 2-4. Alberta 2-5. BC 2-4. Manitoba 1-6. And everybody looking up at Quebec 7-0 atop the standings right now. I think I can hear that. Oh, Viking clap going on for Team Ontario.
Four to nothing for Team NS on the other field. So should Team NS win that game and Team Saskatchewan lose this one, Team NS will be 3rd, Saskatchewan 4th.
Still lots of jockeying to go throughout the afternoon and evening here. Team Nova Scotia on the field against Team Alberta over on the other field. And Ontario, Saskatchewan here. BC, Quebec coming up after this game. It'll be just enough time for the grounds crew to re-prepare the infield. And then we will be back on with BC and Quebec. So new pitcher in for Saskatchewan. Number 19, Jordan Durham. Let's go. First pitch fouled back. McGilvery back at the top of the order again for Team Ontario. McGilvery chases that one. It ends up in the dirt. The runners think about it, but catcher onto it quickly, and they do not advance. Holding everybody at 1st and 2nd. Ray back into position as the catcher, as Durham winds up. Takes a ball. Gilvery dropped right in front. Will go to 3rd. Did not get the man at third base, but they get McGilvery. So it ends up as a sacrifice as McGilvery goes out, but the runners move ahead into scoring position. Only one away here on the bottom of the sixth. Connor Hopper at the dish after he replaced Stonefish. First pitch to Hopper, drilled and caught. What a catch!
Well, it will end up being a sac fly, Matt, but what an unbelievable snag. The right fielder, Sage Roberts, getting down with a Kevin Pillar-esque catch.
That was impressive. So yes, Ontario does get a man home from third base. So they will increase the lead and go up 3-1, but wow, what a catch. As that could have been a lot more damage. There he is. Sage Roberts coming up with the grab, holding Ontario to just one. And there is Walker bringing it in, crossing the plate. (3-1) Ontario. 2 out now in the bottom of the sixth. Still man on second. Van de Winkle at the plate. He'll take that one high. Van de Winkle's been on base every time, 3 for 3.
Could tie the record with this hit.
Up to third. It got through. Ontario will score one more as Van de Winkle once again puts up the O. He's in there with a single and a ribby. 4-1 Team Ontario.
And he's just tied Will Singer's record of 4 hits in a single game at the Canada Summer Games. That record only lasting a day.
Whiteman protesting this one, trying to say that that ball went foul. As he made a big sprawl, and he may have knocked it fair. Perhaps it did go behind the bag. Saskatchewan seems pretty set that that did go foul. But they're going to lose the argument. So 4-1 Team Ontario as we get another look.
I mean, for the first little bit, it was rolling right down that line.
Yep. It looks like the right call to me. It passed the bag in play. It then goes into foul territory, but it matters where it is when it's getting to third base. It can go into foul territory after that. As that ball gets popped up.
Oh, that hit our truck, I think.
Up to 4 hits on the production truck.
What do they have against our truck?
That's why we have a truck and not a tent. So Ontario continues to add runs here in the bottom of the 6th inning, making work for Saskatchewan to do as we move into the 7th. We're still not there yet. 2 outs. Saskatchewan needs one more to get out of the 6th. Popped up again. It's another one out of play. So 1 strike away here, Saskatchewan. Count 1 and 2. Down low, 2 and 2. Weiler gets a touch of that one. Fouls it off the backstop.
He's still staying alive here.
Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And Ontario up 4-1. Weiler checks his swing as it pops up, and there goes Vanderwinkle into second. Runner into scoring position for Team Ontario. And if Weiler can put one into play. Weiler will smash that one, but it's out foul. And Weiler continues the at-bat.
He's been grinding out a very difficult at-bat.
Yeah, and pitcher versus pitcher. You know, this is just really annoying Durham. Down low for the walk. And Ontario's inning continues as Weiler goes to first. Number 47, Sam Diamond, the batter for Team Ontario, and a pinch runner for the pitcher. And it's number 93, Connor Hopper, coming over to take the position on the base. Hopper on first, Vanderwinkle on second, Diamond at the plate. Still 2 out, where Ontario's been for a while now. And Diamond gets a hold of this one. Back to the wall. Gonna watch it go. 3-run shot for Sam Diamond.
Well,
Ontario goes up 7.
He's definitely going to have an ornamental statue after that one. A 3-run shot by Sam Diamond to give him his 4th RBI, and we've got another record tied, Matt. 4 RBIs in one game is the record, held by Shane Newsom of Ontario, Brian Abry of BC, Brad Ezekiel of NL, Pierre Hughes Laval of Quebec, and Brett Cassavant of Saskatchewan, as well as Danton Winnipeg of Alberta. So quite the multiple-way tie there, but definitely doesn't take away from the record that is set.
And we've now gone up to 7-1 in this ball game here in the bottom of the 6th. So the base is empty after the home run from Diamond. Vosper takes a strike. 0-2 count. Vosper sends that one high. Will it drop? It will. Bounces to the wall. Vosper still going, and he's going to hold up. No, he's not going to hold up at third. He's going home to win it. Vosper in, safe.
That's the game.
8-1, Ontario, and Vosper calls game.
An inside the park home run to walk it off in the 6th inning for the Mercy Rule win for Ontario. Matt, what an exclamation point to win this game for Team O.
And this is what's been so crazy about this sport. You just don't know what is going to happen. We came into this inning so close in score.
2-1, yeah, 2-1.
And Ontario just busts it open, and yeah, the biggest exclamation point on the end. Looked like it was going to be a triple. He says, no, I'm going for it. Made it inside the park. Home run for Jared Vosper. What a game. Team Ontario gets the victory as they improve their record to 5-1. Saskatchewan will finish 5-3, and we will see what happens the rest of the way. Stay with us. We've got more men's softball on the way here at the 2025 Canada Games. I'm Matt Little. He's Seth Hyde. And don't you go anywhere.
Le prochain match entre l'équipe Québec et l'équipe Colombie-Britannique débutera à 16h30.
Leave it all on the line. Better believe I'll get mine. Now or never, it's my time. It's my time. It's my time. I'ma leave it all on the line. Better believe I'll get mine. Now or never, it's my time. It's my time. It's my time. I'ma leave it all on the line. Better believe I'll get mine. Now or never, it's my time. It's my time. It's my time.